Hey guys, welcome back to Everything Stitching. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make really cute circle granny squares. I know that you're like, what? Circle granny squares? How can it be a circle and a square? So the center of it is going to be a circle, and then we're going to build up a square around it to complete our granny square. So what you're going to want to do, or what you're going to want for materials for this granny square, is you're going to want at least 2 contrasting colors, and you can choose more than 2 if you wanted your center circle of the granny square to have more than 1 color. So if you want the circle itself to be more than 1 color, then get as many colors as you want for the circle. And then you want a contrasting color for the outside border of your granny square, which is actually going to make it into a square. So you might want to go with something neutral, like white or cream or black or gray, something like that, which if you're going to be doing multiple colors for the center circle. Or you can choose to just do 2 contrasting colors like I am doing today. For the purposes of this video, I thought it might just be easier for me to show you guys with 2 colors versus multiple different colors. And then what you're also going to want is either like a 5 or a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and obviously, you know, the usual tapestry needle and scissors, but that's about it. Okay, so to get started, we're going to make a magic circle and work into that. If you don't know how to make a magic circle, I can actually walk you guys through that. So there are a few different ways to do a magic circle. What I like doing is basically making an X. So what you're going to want to do is between your pointer finger and your thumb, you're going to grab your yarn. The tail is going to be down where the palm is, and you're going to put your yarn diagonally over your 2 fingers, your pointer and your middle, and then you're going to come back over and lay it like an X on your 2 fingers, and then get your ring finger and hold that closed, okay? Then get your crochet hook with the hook pointed down, and you're going to go under this first loop and under the first X and over that second one. And now that our hook is pointed downward, we're going to actually grab this yarn, pull it underneath that first one. Now turn your hook so it's facing you to hold on to what you have, and then get your hook and go back under that first yarn, and then pull through that little circle that you made. And there's your magic circle. If that went too quickly, feel free to rewind this video and slow it down in the player, which you can do on YouTube. Oh gosh, okay, I don't know what Cashew's doing over there. I think he's gonna knock something over. Okay, so now that we've made our magic circle, now we're gonna work 10 double crochets into this magic circle. And to do a double crochet, just in case you're not aware, you're going to yarn over, put your hook inside your magic circle, yarn over and pull up, and you're going to have 3 on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, then you're going to have 2 on your hook, yarn over, and then pull through the last 2, and that's how you do a double crochet. So we're gonna do 10 of those into the magic circle. Okay, Cashew has made his appearance, and he's probably gonna start knocking stuff over. Yep. I don't know if you could hear him. He's stepping on my tapestry needle and my scissors. And I have notes to the left of me just in case I forget like what step I'm at. And now he is laying on my notes, so if I forget the next step, I have to look underneath him. He does this quite often. It's funny how cats like know what you're working on or working with, and they choose to sit or lay on that, right? So like when I'm doing like my work, he will come and sit on my laptop or sit on the papers that I'm like literally writing with, or like on my keyboard. Oh gosh. It's okay. We love it though, right? Okay. I was talking and not even paying attention. I need to find out where I'm at. Okay, so I checked. I've got 10 double crochets now, and I went ahead and I pulled the tail of my magic circle to tighten it. And then the next step is you're actually just going to want to slip stitch to that first stitch, or the first double crochet of the round, to go ahead and close off this first round. Okay, so got my slip stitch done. Now what we're going to do, round 2, is we're going to do chain 3, which is going to count as our first double crochet of this round. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to double crochet into that same stitch that we're in right now. Okay. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets into each stitch all the way around. So remember, we started with 10 double crochets on that first round, and then since we are doing 2 double crochets into each stitch on this round, we're going to end up with a total of 20, including that chain 3. So when I am working in the round, I like to put a stitch marker at the top of my first stitch of the round. I like to just make, I don't like these stitch markers, but I can't find my other ones right now. I don't like to lose track of where I'm at with when I'm working in the round. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through now, and I'm gonna do 2 double crochets into each stitch until I get to a total of 20 at the end of this round. So what that means, just in case you're not aware, is you're going to do 2. So I did 1 double crochet, and now I'm going to do 1 more in that same exact stitch that I just worked in. And that's how we increase when you're working in the round, or actually anyway, oops, that one didn't grab it all, is you're going to do 2 stitches into 1 stitch, therefore increases it. So I'm just going to keep working until I get to 20. Okay, so we've got our 20 stitches. Now for round 3, we're going to chain 3, which is going to count as our first double crochet of the round again. Do another double crochet into that stitch. Come on. Okay. And then I'm going to mark that. Okay, now we're going to do a double crochet into the next stitch. Okay. And then a double crochet into the next one again. And then that's going to be our pattern for this row. So our pattern is 2 double crochets into the stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches of the round. And that's your pattern. So 2 double crochets and 1 double crochet into 2 stitches. And then just follow along with that pattern until you get back to the end. And when you get to the end of this one, you're going to end up with a total of 30. Okay, so I slip stitch into the first round, or the first stitch of that round. and that one, like I said, ended with 30. So now for round 4, we're going to once again chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Do a double crochet into the same stitch like we have been this entire time. You're probably noticing a pattern by now. Okay, then we're going to double crochet into the next 2 stitches. 1 single double crochet into the next 2. Okay. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets. Once again, here's our pattern. 2 double crochets into that stitch. Oh, I forgot my stitch marker. Okay, got that. Okay. So we got 2 and then 2, 2, and then 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So it's the same pattern as the round before, where we do 2 double crochets into 1 stitch and then 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches all the way around until you get back to the beginning. And when you do that, you are going to end up with a total of 40 stitches at the end of round 4. Okay, so then once you finish round 4, like I said, you ended up with 40 stitches. Now what you're going to do is we're actually going to now switch over to our second color if you stayed with a solid color this whole time. If you didn't and you wanted to add, you know, multiple colors to your center circle, then every time you get to a new round, that is when you switch your colors. So you can have, like, you know, 4 colors in the center. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our second color, and we're going to do the same like we have been doing, where we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then I like to flip my work over, and I like to get this tied off so it doesn't come undone while I am working in the round. I just like to just do a quick little knot to hold it, and then later on we'll weave in the ends. But I'm just going to go ahead and move my first color to the side. Oh my gosh, I have been making a whole bunch of crochet plushies, and I have them up on the table with me right now, and Cashew came by and knocked them over. Okay. Okay, so I changed my color, and now you need to chain 3, and remember that counts as your first double crochet of the round. And now we're going to make a corner, so now we're going to do another double crochet into that same stitch, and then chain 2, and then another 2 double crochets into that same stitch, because, oops, the tail. Because we are making a corner right now. So all of that was done into 1 stitch because we need to make a corner for our granny square. Okay, so now that we've done that, now we're going to do a double crochet into the next stitch. And then a half double crochet, and to do a half double crochet, you yarn over, put your hook in the stitch, pull up. You're going to have 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3, and that's how you do a half double crochet. And now you're going to do a single crochet into the next 5 stitches. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then after you do the 5 single crochets, now you're going to do a half double crochet into the next one, and then a double crochet into the next one after that. And now we're going to be making another corner. So to do another corner, we're going to do 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Then you chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets into the same stitch. And that's how you make your other corner. See? It's working. Okay, and then we're basically going to do what we did before, where we do a double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet, 5 single crochets, and vice versa. So just keep doing that until you get back to the center or the beginning of this row. Okay, so we finished that round. Looking really cool. Now we're going to do round 6. Round 6 can either be your last round of your granny square, or you can continue round 6 until you get to the size that you want for your particular granny square. Okay, so for round 6, after you slip stitch to that first stitch of round 5, now to start round 6, you're going to slip stitch into this chain 2 section because you want to work in a corner. So go ahead and get your hook over there by just chaining. Not chaining, I'm sorry, slip stitching. Okay, now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to do another double crochet or a double crochet into that chain space. Chain 2, 1, 2, and then do 2 double crochets into that chain space. So into that corner, you're going to do the exact same thing that we've been doing in all the other corners, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Okay, but obviously this first double crochet is actually a chain 3. Now you're going to double crochet all the way around until you reach the next chain space, which would be the next corner, and then just make another corner of 2 double crochets, 2 chain, 2 double crochets. So this round 6 is very similar to round 5, except for you're just doing a double crochet into each stitch that is not a corner. So I'm just going to keep working on this and make my way around, and then I'll meet you guys at the end, and then we're going to be done with this granny square because I'm stopping at round 6 because it's the size that I want my granny square to be. But like I said, if you want to continue making your granny square bigger, you're just going to repeat round 6 as many times as you want until you get to the size that you want. Like, so you basically can repeat round 6 until your granny square becomes blanket sized. If you just want to do one giant granny square blanket, then go for it. But if you're actually looking for the more standard size granny squares, then you're going to stop at round 6 also. Well, you guys, we finished it. Here is our finished product. It is a circle inside of a square. I love these granny squares. They're really fun. Like I said, if you wanted to make a different color for each round of the circle, that's really fun. You also can do literally a different color for every single round of this. So you can end up with 6 different colors, or even do 7. You could just keep going. They're really fun. You can make just as many things as you can with all the other granny squares. You can do that with this as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Feel free to leave me a comment below letting me know what colors you chose. Also comment below if you have any ideas for future videos. I've been working with a lot of plushies lately, so let me know if you guys want any how-tos of how to make plushies. I have a lot of no-sew plushies also, because I know a lot of us crocheters don't like to hand sew in like the arms and legs and heads and whatever it is of the plushies that we're making. So I have a lot of no-sew options, and I think you guys might like those. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. All right, well, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.